And that's how ancient cultures got high. By the way, that was only allowed for the men. For some reason, women were not allowed in that ceremony, in that period. I don't know what the deal was, but that's how people learned to get high in the biblical period in different cultures, right? So I've been studying that, and I learned a lot of that in that book. That's a great book. He's got a third book coming out, too. Any other questions? Things you want to yell out?
Why is Ralph Goodale about?
Well, because Ralph Goodale voted for Bill C-15. Listen, at least he's not a total hypocrite, okay? I know tons of politicians that smoke weed. Justin Trudeau, Pierre Trudeau's son, Pierre Trudeau who smoked hash, who wanted to legalize pot but never did, so he's cursed. But Justin Trudeau smoked pot with me 4 times. He's a teacher of children. I watched him get up in the House of Commons and vote yes on Bill C-15, even though it would put more children, basically, in jail. He didn't even care for a second. What was the point of him even running in the election, right? And so many other people in Parliament are like that. I've smoked pot with lots of people, including people in political office, and they turn on you. That's the problem with people who used to smoke pot. Okay, every now and then I run into people that don't smoke pot, and they're still cool. But you know what? Most people who used to smoke pot aren't cool. They've sold out. Because when people stop smoking pot, it's suspicious. Right? Because what did you decide to do if you're not smoking pot? Most people smoke pot, they're into one love, the unity of people, transracial, they don't have any prejudice or bigotries, they're open-minded. When people stop smoking pot, it's because oftentimes they're selling out to a new, higher God. Like the God of power, Mike said. Like in other words, when people become parents, they tell them, oh, I stopped smoking pot because I was a parent. I said, why? Pot will make you a better parent. You just become a fascist neo-reactionary if you stop smoking pot and become a parent. I know what you'll be like. I've seen it all the time, right? And then people say, oh, I stopped smoking pot because I had to be a teacher. You know, I got to be a teacher. I can't be smoking pot. Oh, so you can dictate and give orders rather than demand unquestioned obedience. Is that right? Doesn't sound like the purpose of would have been smoking pot would be thinking like that, right? Oh, I stopped smoking pot because I've become a cop now. Oh, really? Why? So I can stomp people's rights into the ground with my big fascist black boots that I really enjoyed so much, right? Or, oh, I stopped smoking pot so I could join the priesthood. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, so I could spout mumbo-jumbo and feel superior to others while spouting all of my imaginary friends, right? Oh, yeah, you become a politician, you stop smoking pot. Yeah, so now I can dictate to others from on top all the hypocritical swill that I never believed when I smoked pot, right? And so on it goes. Oh, I quit smoking pot because I had to become a banker. Or I quit smoking pot because I had to become a teacher. And I hear it all the time. Basically what you're saying is you sold out because you wanted to rule others. You wanted to tell others how to live. And you just knew you couldn't reconcile that if you kept smoking pot. Because you'd realize what a hypocrite you were. And that's what pot does. When we first smoke pot, it pulls that veil of ignorance away. It strips everybody of their hypocritical attitudes and you begin to see things as they really are. And when you stop smoking pot, you see things as you want them to be. Right? You don't stop seeing things as they really are, you start seeing them as they want to be. To suit your situation, to suit what you've decided. Right? So I'm very suspicious of people who come up and tell me I used to smoke pot. Because that translates to me as you sold out. You sold out against everything you know to be true just for a bit of temporary power, a little bit of aphrodisiac there.
People are threatened, Mark, you'll go on to this, murderers and rapists don't lose their houses, don't lose their children, and don't lose their jobs, but people who smoke marijuana do. So the punishments are very severe. So there are a lot of people who stop smoking pot, but they still believe prohibition should end. They're only threatened with such terrible suffering if they continue to do it openly.
I want to point out that the Green Party of Canada and Green Party accepted Jody as a candidate because they love her, and they said I was too mouthy and I could not become a candidate. So that's one of those reasons there, is by the time I finish my speeches, usually there's nobody left I haven't insulted. Right? And that's kind of my talking cure, right, is to make everybody feel a little bit of doubt about the way they've been living and see if I can up your game a bit and turn you into a better activist, a better person, and a better advocate for cannabis. Whereas my wife beautifully doesn't want to offend everybody, would like to invite everybody into our club and bring everybody together. And so every now and then she'll say, Mark, stop insulting the old people. Stop insulting the people that you know. And so we have this discussion later on. So she's my constant critic, so believe me, I never get too far out of line before I hear about it. All right, there you go. But any other questions or comments?
If anybody here has seizures or epilepsy, cannabis is an effective preventative and can even stop the seizure once it starts.
Right, I've heard that from many people who suffer from seizures. By the way, as a favor to me, if you'd like, and I think James is going to organize this, there are rallies all over the world on Saturday, September 19th on my behalf. We have a couple hundred cities already where they're going to be rallying. There's going to be rallies in Peru, Argentina, Brazil, United Kingdom, Sweden, Copenhagen, Norway, and in every province and state in the United States. And I would love it if you guys would organize a rally for me in Regina on Saturday, September 19th, maybe from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock at a Government of Canada building, and participate in this worldwide rally on my behalf. That would be just wonderful. So if anybody wants to do that, please talk to me about it afterwards, and we'll see if we can organize a group to get that done. Just 3 hours, some signs, some chants. You know, no jail for Prince of Pot, no pot for, no jail for pot users. Good general messages, even one that says Google Marc Emery or Google Prince of Pot, so people passing by at the major intersection will go home and look at my work, because that's what I want you to do when I'm gone. I want you to tell everybody what I did. I want you to research what I've done. Watch those movies, watch those shows. They all tell you a lot about it. From my summer of legalization tour where I got arrested here in 2003, or when I got arrested in 2004, or all the things I've done. Whatever it is you think I've done that's any good, please tell people. Right? I want everybody, see, that way no matter what happens to me in jail, because maybe I'll die in jail. Maybe something bad will happen to me. It's 5 years. We don't know. I'm 51 years old. Prisons are crazy, rough places. Right? Maybe you'll never see me again. Maybe I'll never come back. So I want you to tell people what I did. I want everybody in the world one day to know what I was doing, and why I was doing it, and why it was a good thing, and why they should take up that challenge and imitate me and emulate me and use me as an example for their own lifestyle to choose a life of liberating oppressed people. Because that's what I spent my whole life doing, and it's all there for you to find out about. Everything I ever did is documented in movies and books. There's several books about me. Bud Inc. is all about me and my organization. Pot Planet, Romancing Mary Jane. There are numbers and numbers of books that are all about the work I've done, and they list it and categorize it. And you can look on YouTube at my videos and my interviews on CBC and all the different things. I want you to see it and tell everybody, so that if I never see you again and you never see me again, my memory's not forgotten and what I did isn't go to waste. All right? So thanks very much, and thanks all for coming.